Did we just unify the Caliphate as the Ottomans insanely fast? Yes, we did. We did, sir. And for 10,000 likes, we'll do an equally crazy video as the Timurids into Mughals. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 100,000 by the end of the year. And if that happens, I'll be doing a mega campaign and have some haggis whilst I'm doing it. No, not now, haggis. Hold on a sec. The first thing we'll be doing is, of course, the estates. So we gave out the +1 monthly mana points for all 3 estates, together with the -25% advisor cost reduction, as well as the oversight by the ulama, supremacy over the crown, patronage of the arts, and the dhimmi nobles with guaranteed dhimmi autonomy. Some on the diet as well, and before you can do anything else, you have to develop the province of Selanik once, encourage development, and then go for production dev. After that, we can sell titles, and voila, we just started an Iron Man game with 871 ducats. Go to your economic screen to refresh the values, and then you can develop this a second time for even less mana points than the first time, 34 mana points. Now after we've done that, we seize Crownlands, and the reason we developed this in that particular order is because developing it a second time means you get less autonomy per month than you would otherwise. We also have a small but compact mission tree, and in order to do the reform the Imperial Army, we just need 85% land force limit. We're gonna go to the land units and Janissaries, start recruiting these bad boys over here until you go up to 40 units, which is your maximum amount of units. Each of these costs 10 military mana, so remember that. After you've done that, we can do this mission and the other mission. That means we got claims on the entirety of the Anatolian parts, which we will be attacking right now. We also will start getting a spy network on the Byzantines and the Epirites. The great part is we also start with a super good general, Mr. Hadim. So remember to also adopt the title of Mia Khalifa, denounce the sect practices, and enforce religious ayonat. The Ottomans also have the Ottoman government reform, which is a unique reform that lets them recruit these guys and assign the pashas in provinces, which lower the overall state maintenance by a massive amount, but do have some debuffs, so keep that in mind. You can get a lot of allies. What I recommend you do is go for Ajam as an alliance, as well as an alliance with Tunis, and that's pretty much it. We don't really need many allies, or any allies for that matter. Make sure you delete the forts in Sugla and Selanik as well, since sieging down Selanik is extremely easy since it is a farmlands fort. On the 11th of December, exactly, attack the nation of Chandar, and even if they're allied to the Great Horde, which a lot of the times they are allied to, it doesn't matter. Just attack them and be a man for once in your life. Stop complaining in the comment section, oh Ludi, they allied this big name. Just be a man, okay? It's not hard. It's the Ottomans you're playing as, for Christ's sake. Once you get 100 military points, go for the expanded Dever-Shimmy system, which gives national manpower plus 10% until the end of the game. I love the way they run away from me. Look at them go. Look at them go, man. Also, guys, remember to build 10 galleys from the very start of the game. We're gonna need these in the wars against the Venetians afterwards. Bye-bye for the Horde over here. They lost their entire army, which means the Great Horde has no troops left. And I'm just gonna ravage their lands. Ha! Nice try trying to recruit another army Golden Horde, but it's not gonna happen. Booyah shakaloo! We got our claims on the Byzantines, so we're gonna piece these guys out so we can actually start the war against the Byzantines. As well, at the same time, we'll start another war against Dulkadir. Took a ridiculously long amount of time to siege down Sinop, but we got it eventually. Daryago, no more Sinopski. Now we can attack these boyos right now. And the Cradle of Civilization, or the not really Cradle of Civilization, City of World's Desire, I meant, is about to be raffle stomped by our armies. You think your armies can run away from me? They cannot. We're gonna rename Hagia Sophia to Hagia Sophia 2.0, okay? I'm actually gonna build another 8 galleys because I want to go up to 40 force limit when it comes to my navy. You also start with 10% professionalism, so slacken that professionalism to get some extra manpower before you recruit mercenary companies, because each mercenary company reduces your army professionalism and you basically lose it anyway. Hot diggity dog, Constantinople has fallen. Good morning, Sorbians. Ya did. Marhash is down, which means we can give both of these to Ajam and take all of the Dulkadiri lands for ourselves, thus getting a border with the Mamalukes. Well, it looks like the fate of the Crimean Khanate did not give us a free march in Crimea, which is a chance of that happening, but we got the subjugation CB on them, so we're gonna attack them. We're gonna make them our vassal over here, even though they might have a little bit extra troops, it is worth it because Crimea is usually a good vassal to keep. Finally, Smederevo is also down. That means we can take Kosovo, the famous gold mine, and a little bit of extra cash. We also took Zeta, so we have a border with the Bosnians and Herzegovina, concentration here, and core it up, of course. As for the former Roman Empire, it is sad to say, but they have passed away. They are now part of our empire. Means we can also do a couple of these missions, including the City of World's Desire, gives us more claims. And once we are at peace, we can get a whole core on Constantinople, as well as some other goodies, including becoming an empire, but we have to finish the war against the Crimeans first. So core up every single province except the province of Constantinople, which we will be getting as a free core soon. If you are in the same situation and you didn't get the Crimean vassal for free and you have to attack them, use the 50 points to barrage the capital of Crimea, because otherwise it would take a lot longer than you want it to take. Remember that you're getting 13 mana points for the military every month, so using a few barrages is not a big deal. You're still going to be ahead of everybody with technology. Booyah shaka, they're done. That means we can now focus on their allies, and we just want to get a white piece, nothing else. Whilst all this is happening, we're going to do a very quick war against the Epirites, and as you can see, we haven't even engaged the Nogai army. By simply sieging down some of their provinces, we can go for a white piece. Similarly, we'll do the exact same thing with the Kazanis. Where do you think you're going, Moldavians? You think you could just run away from me like that? No, sir, cannot. And here's the beauty of having one fort in your entire country. Because they only have that one fort, I'm able now to vassalize them. So we have a super strong Crimean doggy over here to help us out in our future conquest. We're also going to be attacking Karaman, and we're also going to co-belligerate the nation of Akoyunlu. We're doing this because they started going in a coalition against us, and we don't want them in that coalition. Well, hot diggity dog, this was super fast, but I still need to peace out Akoyunlu, so I'm not going to peace out Karaman just yet. Professionalism, don't mind if I do, means we can actually slacken a third time. Even though we did not co-belligerate Adana Kebab, we had to wipe him out, otherwise they would have been just another annoying OPM in a coalition against us. Alright, we assaulted the fort here because I was bored of waiting, and now I'm going to take these provinces in the south. I did co-belligerate them, so I'm not actually getting too much aggressive expansion for this. And we're fully annexing Karaman. It is a-okay. The nations that would join in the coalition are actually nations I plan on attacking anyway. Core all of this stuff up here, and of course delete the useless fort in Ichel. Most importantly, we're going to make Constantinople our capital, making us also an empire in the process, and making this a Sunni Turkish province. Also means we can do this mission. And the reason we took the south part of Akoyunlu is because they have a Syrian province in Al-Raqqa, and with the Syrian province and with Syria as our new vassal, we can attack the Mamluks and take back all of our cores. Also means that we can give out the strong duchies privilege because we now have 2 subjects. So now Mamluks is actually in the coalition against us, but it doesn't matter. We're setting Antakya as our war target to reconquer the core, and we are lunging at them like wild animals. They did not expect us coming at all. They didn't even have the fort in Damascus maintained, for Christ's sake, and that's like the best fort in this area. As if we're not powerful enough, we also get morale of armies or siege ability for this war, and we're gonna go for the siege ability to crack them forts faster. Now that we've basically exhausted our army professionalism, we can go ahead and recruit the Free Company in Tirhala so we can use it to get rid of our separatist rebels popping out. And Alexandria is out, which means we can peace out the Mamalukes. Sadly, the Genoans are also in this war because they're also in the coalition, and I cannot piece them out separately because they are a part of that coalition, which means that I'm gonna get a 15 years truce with Genoa too. I am able to take all my cores back from my vassal and even a couple of provinces. I cannot take Jerusalem, which kind of is a sad moment, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this province over here, which means that I will be bordering the nation of Fezzan afterwards. I've been at peace for a good 2 seconds, and that's more than enough for me. So I'm going to be attacking Trebizond and every single one of their allies. Let's go. Let's start taking care of the Caucasus, shall we? We're about to take a loan. I don't want to do that, so instead I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the 5 1% loans, which are considerably better, and which means we only pay 1 ducat in interest for 1,300 ducats that we just took. I do have to say, Hungary cucked me massively. I was going to attack Wallachia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Herzegovina. They took all of these nations before I could even get to them. Very nasty, Hungary. You're a very hungry nation, aren't you? We can also attack Hissen-Kaifa and their Gazi-Kumun allies. I pretty much intend on taking all of these nations out in the first years to get a strong economic basis coming in from the Persian land. Ah, look at that, faceting in Constantinople. How did I get this, you ask? Well, I actually used up my military, diplo, and admin points to develop the province until Renaissance spawned. Convert Hagia Sophia into a mosque. It pains me to do this, but let's get that sweet legalism, shall we? Got another claim on Imereti, which means we are ready to attack Imereti. That joke level right there. Of course, as your first reform, you go for the extra manpower. Aw, dude, the nation of Theodoro, the last Gothic nation in the world. These guys were absolute chads, weren't they? I might even do a Theodora video at some point if you guys want, so let me know in the comments about that actually. One of the biggest problems I've seen with new players in EU4 is that they're not situationally aware and they just play in speed 5 without realizing anything that's happening around them. Don't do that. Play on speed 3 because you miss out a lot of opportunities. For example, I was at war with 3 nations, and whilst I was at war with them, I attacked Karakoyunlu because I saw that they were already at war with a lot of other nations. They had their army wiped out and their allies would not join in. Same goes for Serbia over here. I attacked them, and just as I attacked them, the Hungarians did too, so I was lucky that I was first. Otherwise, I would have lost all of this juicy land also. And speaking of juicy stuff, remember that you can always use legalism to lower your corruption. So what I recommend you do is debase your currency once, which gives you 2 corruption, and then you lower the corruption with this interaction. Basically, you get free money. We have 134 overextension, so we have to chill for a little bit. Moorish refugees. Oh, that means that Granada is gone. Oh no. We're only taking 1 province from the Iraqi area, the province of Sinjar, so that we can obviously do this, release Iraq in the province of Sinjar, as well as Bitlis and Hissen-Kaifa. We cannot release Iraq from Hissen-Kaifa, and I know you were thinking about this because it's Kurdish culture. Same goes for Bitlis. Both of these are Kurdish culture, not Mashriki, which is the one that you need. When you release a vassal, it doesn't just have to be the core. The province you release it from must also be the primary culture that is attached to that core. So Mashriki with core, not Kurdish. We're gonna do a pro gamer move. We're gonna attack the ally of Karakoyunlu, and they are dumb enough to join in on this. And as such, we can get a much shorter truce with Karakoyunlu than 15 years. And our truce is done with Akoyunlu, which means we can completely wipe them out now, as we don't need them in this region anymore. Wait, what? Armenia? Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna attack that. It's also time for full annexation when it comes to Akoyunlu, Babayski. That means we can do our next mission, which is the safeguard Anatolia and conquest of Trebizond. 1 month has passed, so we can also attack Fezzan, which had its independence guaranteed by Tunis. And for the first time in a very long time, I actually see the Teutons won the war against the Poles. As well as Hassa was very smart because I was gonna attack them, but they took everything except the provinces that Iraq has cores on. So that means I cannot attack them. Tugurt, more like to dead. That was funny, okay? That was funny, damn it. Here's a classic pro player move. My army was actually on transit getting to the province of Tunis, but because the Tunisian army just arrived here, I'm gonna make my fleet go back into harbor, which takes basically a couple of days. That means my army is gonna be crushing the Tunisian army and winning Zadeh. Not only that, but apparently the army is retreating to Tunis city, so I'm gonna stack wipe them. Booyah shaka mofos! Sadly, the cancer that is this region here is too much for me, so I'm just gonna piece these guys. And of course, I have to have 102 overextension because why would this not be below 100, right? Why do bad things happen to good people? I actually need the city of Dara, so I'm gonna get a claim on Tlemcen so I can attack them. And we also can start integrating the Assyrians. After we start integrating, we can do this, which lowers the overall development in the country, and it means it's gonna be a lot faster for us to integrate them. And would you look at that, they're still ridiculously loyal. This literally shapes shaved off 5 years from the integration process. So whilst we're getting the claim on Tlemcen, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why is it that I only have very few nations in an actual potential coalition against me? Well, here's the reason why. I actually targeted specific culture groups, so I targeted this entire culture group, which means that only nations within this culture group are getting high amounts of AE against me, and because all of these nations are now dead, there's nobody to go in a coalition against me. I also targeted religious groups, so I targeted the Coptic and Orthodox areas, and because there's not many Orthodox or Coptic nations, in fact there's none left around me, don't look at Armenia, they don't exist, that means nations of a different religion will get less to almost no aggressive expansion against me. Similarly, me attacking the Shia nation Karakoyunlu gave the other Sunni nations around almost no aggressive expansion as well, and they are also different culture groups. The beauty about the Ottomans is the fact that they're super central between 3 different major religions as well as between 5 different major culture groups. So if you understand how to handle these, you will never have issues with aggressive expansion. And of course, very important, nations that can join in a coalition, you must have a truce with them, so attack them before they join the coalition. Well, truce is over. That means we can take our cores from Mr. Iraq over here. They are at war with Ajam? Yes, Ajam and Ardalan. Okay, so we gotta rush a little bit to take these provinces before Ajam does. I think it's definitely worth 50 barrage points here, so we can take Dara faster and peace out Tlemcen. Nadia, go 101 days, man. And they are most certainly a-okay with it, a noise, which means we can start getting claims on the Castolians, of course. This is your typical Turkish family in a nutshell. My 654 heir is plotting to kill me and overthrow me. I have 3 options. I can kill him, or I can give him some time to prepare a bigger army, or just remove my consort from the royal court. I'm just gonna defend him and hope that he doesn't actually plot to overthrow me. And he was innocent. There you go, boys. There you go. This innocent 16-year-old Mustafa is a simple Turkish boy, not an evil mastermind. Sack of Tabriz, 5% professionalism. I love that. I have a bit of a stalemate with the Ajam, who is not piecing out Karakoyunlu, so I have to be the better person and piece them out myself. I'm letting them take the 4 provinces in their deal, and I'll take them from their cold corpses after I attack Ajam, because they're not really playing ball, and I'm not cool with that. I'm also going to attack the nation of Armenia, which is guaranteed by Karakoyunlu, and again, they would join in, even though their nation is absolutely massacred. Makes no sense to me, man. Makes absolutely no sense. Oh boy, there's a crusade against us by Venice, which is apparently the Curia control. Is that even possible? Fair enough. Remember to go to your diplomatic feedback screen so that you can assign provinces of vital interest if they border one of your vassals. In my case, that would be Egypt. Eventually, Egypt will get some claims on Hassad that I can use to attack them. Or I can also diplo-vassalize the massive nation of Shamar, which apparently is cool with me vassalizing them. Honestly, at this point, I'm just ridiculously overpowered, guys. I'm getting 1,000 manpower per month, and my troops are so far ahead of everybody else's troops. I'm stack wiping people left and right. Hey, everybody, guess who's my brand new vassal? It's Shamar. Shamar is my brand new vassal. And yes, it happened diplomatically. In fact, look at how many nations would love to become my vassal. Odoyev, what? Even Odoyev would like to be my vassal, and even the nation of Urbino would like to be my vassal diplomatically. I love this game. I absolutely love this game. Everybody's basically an Ottoman sim. So we had to take quite a big chunk out of Morocco because we need the province of Ifni, and in order to core Ifni, we had to take all of the provinces down from Algarb to Ifni. It's good though, because this way we have a nice launching platform to go into the Iberian lands afterwards. Conquered the Balkans, they said. Nobody will rebel, they said. Meanwhile, the Balkans. Our good vassals have done a great job, because look at this. Iraq already has taken claims on Wasit and Samawat, and Shamar got their claim on Zufra, which means it's time for us to attack both of these nations. And you know what? Whilst we're at it, we might as well attack the Yemenis too. I kid you not, guys. Rasit has had these rebels since the very start of the game. It's insane. They still haven't gotten rid of them. So I'm a little bit confused confused here. Is this what they mean by absolutely hogboxing a region? Because I'm pretty sure this is what hogboxing is. I've literally managed to get all the provinces around the Arabian Peninsula. I did not intend to do this, honestly, but it just happened, okay? It literally just happened. Now, the problem is I got 164 overextension, so I kind of have to quell it down, chill for a little bit of time, okay? Skipping a few years into the future, we're now at war with the Castilians, and we're gonna be winning this. We have a larger fleet than they do, and they don't even have the alliance with the Aragonese anymore. They've literally just canceled the alliance, and me, the jackal that I am, attacked them the second that happened. We've also managed to snake our way into the Indian parts, and we are about to declare another war against the Transoxianians this time, once our armies arrive there. We've also standardized the army, so we have a proper template now, with 4,000 artillery units to siege down provinces a lot faster. So now that we have this trait, we can start marching into the Iberian Peninsula. Oh, ya poor Castilian boys. Don't you know you don't fight against the Ottoman? There you go, we won that one easy peasy. We can even take charge of this. Oh, actually, we took the fort. What? Okay, that's cool. We literally attacked them the moment when they were about to take the fort. That is just massive luck right there. Streamer luck, everybody. Our boys are in position for this war as well, so let's go ahead and attack them. We're gonna have to fight the Afghanis and all these boys as well, but who cares? As long as we take the forts in Samarkand and around, we should have the war score we need. From the Castilians, we managed to take the south part here, which is vital for our future Caliphate of the Ottomans, and we managed to piece them out super fast as well, simply because we used our mana points to barrage and destroy the forts fast, and because of that, the Portuguese were out of the war within the first 3 months of the war. We're also going to be attacking the Aragonese, and they're allied to the English and the Venetians, so we're actually going to co-belligerate the Venetians, so we can take some stuff from Venice too, and we can piece out these boyos as well. Now, we're going to go for all of this stuff, because we have to snake all the way to Samarkand. What we need now in order to restore the Caliphate, or unify Islam, is the two provinces from the Aragonese. That's it, Palermo and Messina, and then we can change to the Caliphate in 1480s. And the exact same thing we're going to do here, barrage and assault, which means that we took this province in just 34 days. We already have their capital. We'll be doing the same thing with the rest of the forts, because we do have the manpower. We're getting 1.5 thousand troops per month. Wait, what? The French intervened on my side? Oh, bro, what? I've never seen the AI actually intervene on my side. Why are you guys still drilling? Holy mother of God, France, thank you very much. And let's see how many days for the city of Roussillon. 30 days to take Roussillon. Not bad, is it, boyos? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's harder keeping track of the rebels than it is defeating these enemy armies. I've been getting so many rebels that I've actually had to have 2 of my main army groups especially dedicated to killing off these rebels. It's probably because we have 111 overextension though. Like, not actually joking, every single possible different culture is rebelling. That's why we need to make them all Turkish. And now I'm gonna use this war as an excuse to take all of my lands from the Venetians in the Mediterranean that I'm interested in, at least. I don't care about this area for now. And once we have Messina, we can piece out the Aragonese as well. So the provinces I'm going for obviously are gonna be these 2 in Sicily, with the other provinces in North Africa to connect my lands, as well as the south of Sardinia, so I can start conquering the rest of Sardinia later on. And now that we have the provinces in Sicily, we can finally unify Islam, change us to the Caliphate, and get some epic modifiers until the end of the game. And there you go, we are now the Caliphate, not the Ottoman Empire anymore. We keep the same map color though. And I like the Ottoman government more, so I'm actually gonna go back to the Ottoman government. The feudal theocracy is great, but the Ottoman government is still better than that one, however. And would you look at that, we also managed to do the achievement Dar al-Islam, unify Islam under your rule. I didn't even know this was an achievement, to be honest, but hey, one more to the list of achievements, right? Oh no, guys, the great Mehmed has passed away. He lived a very long life, but it is time to pay the Janissaries, because we got a new boy in town, and his name is Ahmed, because the other guy actually rebelled eventually, and we had to put him down. I guess we can piece out the Hungarians now. We're taking 2 provinces in here, so we can release Transylvania and Wallachia. Point of these 2 nations is to basically replace our beloved vassals that got integrated, and we can use them to feed back their cores in the next war against the Hungarians. All of this stuff here, we're taking directly for ourselves and we're coring it up. That also means we did another mission, the Conquest of Bosnia, which gives us even more claims around this area. And we can adopt the title of Mia Khalif since we have a new leader in town. And look at our juicy caliphate now, guys. We've had a few more wars against the Mamluks and some other nations here, integrated some of our vassals, and we are just the juiciest caliphate ever, with an even juicier coalition brewing around us. If we get 10,000 likes on the video, we'll be covering the Timurids, and for 15,000 we'll continue our caliphate adventure. Also, if you enjoyed the videos, consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 100,000 by the end of the year, and in return I'll be giving a cool mega campaign and a slice of haggis. Also, check out my new world record as France. And I want to give a very big thank you to all of my channel members, Patreon members, as well as my Twitch supporters. I really wouldn't be able to do this without all of your support. You guys are absolutely amazing.